What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. And brothers, I want to tread lightly on this because a lot of you guys were mature enough on the last video, and then we had guys who just were not mature enough on the topic. And so if any of you guys come in here with the trolling, I'm going to ban you from the channel, okay? Now we're back talking about the Chad Wheeler situation. Now this is a very touchy topic. People like Tariq Nasheed have weighed in on it. I have weighed in on it. And some people have weighed in on it from a very harsh perspective. And we all know that Chad Wheeler was dating an African-American lady that he beat up very bad. We're not going to show the photos. Many of you guys have saw these photos. And Chad Wheeler, who is a big man, he's like 6'7", over 300 pounds. He's an offensive tackle. And, you know, he had pretty much a violent rampage at this girlfriend's apartment, okay? And even the police officers, when trying to detain him, they said it was like trying to subdue a bear, okay? So you have 3 cops, right, that were trying to pin him down. And they didn't understand how strong this guy was, okay? You know, these guys are at least 230 pounds apiece. So they couldn't do anything with him, right? So if 3 cops can't do anything with him, what does that say for, you know, a woman who might be like 130, 140 pounds, right? But with that being said, this guy has now pled not guilty. You know, after saying that he has brought his family a lot of shame, you know, he has said that, you know, he is very apologetic for what he's done, and he's deeply sorry for the pain and suffering that he's caused his partner. He needs to get help, and he's truly ashamed. But now he's saying that I'm not guilty. All right? And I believe the reason why he's saying that he's not guilty is because he's going to probably try to say that he's having a manic attack and that he has some sort of, you know, psychosis or some kind of, you know, medical problem, things like that. And basically this is what, you know, he's saying. And then basically Aaliyah is his girlfriend, right? And if you see this particular tweet from him here, this is what he's talking about. But let's just be honest, all right? People who suffer from, you know, some kind of mania, you know, this is, you know, if you're a manic, which I highly doubt that he is, okay? They have medicines for that, right? And what you're pretty much saying is that you suffer from bipolar disorder, all right? So if you suffer from bipolar disorder, then are you taking antipsychotics? Are you taking lithium? So if you don't take your medications and then you break out into mania, then you're still the issue, all right? But see, here's really what Chad is banking on. Chad is banking on the fact that I can get off because who I abused is a black woman. And if it goes to trial, white people will not look at her as an equal. All right. We know that the state of Washington doesn't have many blacks. Okay. It doesn't. So what he's trying to get across is, you know, hey, listen. Yeah, you know, I had a situation with a black chick. I'm white. It's my word against hers. You know, even though I'm sorry for what happened, hey, I'm the white guy here. I want to go back and play football, all right? And I'm not guilty of this because of a medical condition, all right? And see, what that's going to show me is with the state with under 3% black population, he might have a case. That's the sad thing about it. All right. You know, he already bailed out at $40,000. He wasn't charged with resisting arrest. And this is where we're at. And I think that, you know, when we look at it as, you know, people who are saying, well, if he was a black man, would that have happened? We got to get out of that. We know that it would have been different. But when you know better, you do better. All right? For people who date interracially, you know, and I don't have a problem with that, but, you know, you have to look at this. Whenever you have a person that is white and you're black, at the end of the day, when it comes to things like this, it's their word against yours. That's like that way anyway, but it's really their word against yours. Okay? And if anybody can see that doesn't have any kind of prejudices against, you know, blacks, which we know that they do. Somebody could be like, okay, well, you know, he's a white guy. He's suffering from this. And it makes sense, you know. He's suffering from mania. That's the reason why he hit her. And we shut him off. We got to start understanding that that's how the system works. Okay? And I think that it's completely nonsense that this guy is coming out and taking this weak approach. Now, obviously, this man's fighting for his life. Okay? You don't want to get those felonies on your record. Then you're a felon. You can't do anything. Listen, he's not going to take this as laying down. Although he made a big mistake, he don't have nothing. He don't have anything to lose. You know, NFL career is probably already over. You know, and you could say that people will protest and things like that. I mean, you're probably going to get a lot of protests from the black community, but a lot of blacks don't like really support the NFL in dollars right now. So, I mean, you know, somebody would be able to get, you know, give him a chance. As long as he can beat the case. And that's what his lawyer is telling him. Hey, listen, you have to beat this case by any means necessary. All right? You got to beat the case by any means necessary. And the sad part about it is he might have a chance of beating the case. And I just want to tell people, you know, in the black community, you know, as far as getting comparisons like, you know, well, you know, Chad Wheeler can do this, but what if he was black? Like, you got to get out of that nonsense. You got to stop begging to be underneath them. Like, there's so many people that are always complaining and moaning, well, if he was black, it would have been different. So we already know that. Why are you complaining about it? If you don't like that part about it, go to Africa. Go to Jamaica. Go to Trinidad. As long as you're in America, where they run the stuff, they're never going to treat you with the same equality. You're fighting a battle that you just can't win. All right? The minority doesn't get the pull of the majority. All right? It doesn't happen like that. And we have to stop trying to want to get, you know, be underneath them. And that's when I'm hearing a lot of brothers' excuses and a lot of brothers' commentary and stuff like that. Listen, this guy is definitely guilty. Okay? But what he's looking for is out of 12. You know, if he can get a hung jury, if he can drag it out, get the charges reduced, that's what he's going to do. And get his NFL career back together again. All right? So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And I really thank you for all that you do. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.